talking about one of my favorite shows, The 100. This is a review for Season 4, Episode 12, entitled The Chosen. I thought tonight's episode was very good, another one of those standalone episodes I just crave. Let's say there was two basic storylines, what was going on in the bunker, and what was going on the road to Ellie's Island. So, what was going on in the bunker, I think that's kind of self-explanatory. You watched the last episode. They have to choose 100 people to go in the bunker and live with the Grounders. A lot of tension there. And they quickly decided that they have, some key personnel, of course, Jackson and Abby, because they're doctors. And one of the engineers, like Raven, they wanted to go get her. More on that later. And then any children below 18. So this left them with about 80 slots to fill, and they were going to do a lottery. Meanwhile, Jaha's all brooding. It's like, I had the perfect plan. Why do you have to go and screw me over? And now we have to send, 300 of our people out to die. And he's trying to come up with a plan. Meanwhile, Indra's like, hey, Octavia, listen up. These assholes are probably going to try something, so we got to try something to stop them. At one point, when they're they're trying to figure out who to kick out, they think Clark's girlfriend, Neha, they should kick her out because she's a grounder. And, someone's trying to drag her out, but Octavia finds out about this, walks out, beats the shit out of that guy, and says, you know what, she's with us. So now you got 99 slots to figure out. Anyways, this is going kind of back and forth. We see some people actually had some decent ideas, like Miller's dad says, you know what, I'm going to put my son's name in it, don't worry about me. And then Abby says, you know what, same here. Marcus, just take my name out of the drawing, you get another slot. But of course, Jaha, brooding because they fucked over his plan, decides, you know what, let's use that gas from Mount Weather. When they open the door, we'll all rush them, gas them, and then we'll hold the nursery hostage or something. Some stupid idea like that. And on the other side, the Grounders have guns, because Indra's like, yeah, we're going to shoot up. So it would have been a bloodbath for Arcadia side. But Marcus is able to convince Jaha to gas their own people. And then they just take Clark's list and pull those people out. So, yeah, pretty decent story. And I like the conclusion, and I like how, people weren't willing to fight their way out and just kind of decided that they'd rather sacrifice their lives. Anyway, on the road, we have Clark and Bellamy decide that they're going to go get Raven because he's an essential personnel, even though she's on an island all the way far out. Now, I like Raven, and I wanted to see her get saved. But even then, it's kind of like, really? They're going to do this now? They're going to go and get her? Essential personnel? Yeah, I see that. She's a mechanic, but she's on an island. I think they said 10 hours away. Like they finally establish, distance. 10 hours away, and then of course 10 hours back. So they would have been cutting it close anyhow. As Clark and Bellamy go out, and then Murphy and Emery decide they're going to join him. And Murphy's like, you know what, me and Emery, we're going to take that lighthouse. We're going to go there. Yeah, we're going to die, but at least we won't die in a horrific firestorm, because they figured, they're not going to be chosen. So they might as well, spend some time in the lighthouse. And along the way, they're ambushed by some Grounders. And as they're getting attacked, who comes to save them but Echo? She starts shooting people with arrows, and she's like, hey, I heard about this lighthouse. I want in. And I'm thinking, wow, Murphy, you and two chicks, limited amount of time, I wonder what the three of you could do for some fun. But this probably wasn't going to happen because Emery's suit starts leaking. She starts getting blood's coming out of her nose, and Murphy's like, oh, shit. We got to figure out something to suit. And he's like, hey, you, take the goddamn suit off. He's ready to kill Echo, so I think he killed any chance he had of three of them having some fun in the lighthouse. But Clark decides to give Emery her suit because Clark's, got the night blood. And all the while, I'm trying to figure out just where they're going with this, because they call up Monty and Harper and like, hey guys, come pick us up. And I'm like, okay, now they're really not going to be able to get the island. So I guess they're going to have to call Raven and just kind of let her know. It's like, yeah, we're not going to be able to show up, or just lie to her. But no, they go to the island. I'm like, so are they going to stay in like Becca's lab? Is that like bomb proof, and then work on the Nightblood thing so they can, make it back to Polis and then somehow get into the bunker? I mean, at that point, they're going to do something because they've got all these main characters. If it's just been Raven, I would have been like, yeah, she's fucked. But they decide they're going to use the space shuttle and go to the Ark, or at least what's left of the Ark, and live up there till season 5. Because I still think there's going to be a time jump there. Okay, I guess, well, if you got a rocket, you're going to have to use it. That was something I was wondering about. Like, why do they keep bringing up this rocket and then saying, oh, you know what, Raven, she cures herself so she doesn't have to die in space. I'm like, so now she's not going to space? What was the point of rocket? But now we know because they're going to go, some of them are going to go back up into space. Okay, so, like I said, the episode itself was okay. Some of the writing choices are a bit, huh? Yes. But like I said, those are some of the main characters I like. You got Harper, and you got Emery, and you got Murphy. I love them. And Monty, yeah, he's my man, so I'm glad that there's an out for them. Raven, too. Yeah, that guy, it belled me. I don't like him anymore. And, you can't have the show without Clark. But anyway, like I said, that's where they left it. And like I said, I like the stuff with the bumper, so I thought it was a pretty good episode all around. And that's all I got to say. Looking forward to the season finale. Like I said, I think some of them are going to get up there into that Ark. Maybe a few of them get left behind because they don't have enough weight. Kind of looks like in the trailer someone has to get outside at some point. And then, I guess, everyone else is in the bunker. Well, not everyone else, but like I said, season 5, there'll be a time jump, and they'll come back, and we'll see what they have in store for us then.